The metro jerked sharply, sending Anya off balance. She shut her eyes tightly, preparing herself for the humiliating fact of hitting the floor because of course she would fall today, on a Monday morning when the city was crowded, with half the city watching. But she didn't fall. A hand clamped around her wrist. Warm, firm, steady. A jolt of heat went through her skin, not burning, but a deep comfort, like cradling a cup of chai on a winter morning. She opened her eyes, and her heart dropped straight to the floor she hadn't fallen on. Reyan, her best friend's older brother. The boy she had secretly crushed on since she was 16. The boy who acted like she didn't exist. He was no different whatsoever. No worse. Better. Much, much better. Tall frame, quiet eyes, storm grey and unreadable black hair falling slightly over his forehead. Features sharp in that unknowingly cinematic way. Anya's mouth hung open. He quickly released her hand, as if the warmth was also felt by him. "It's you," she blurted. "Smooth. So smooth." "Yes. And you almost kissed the metro floor," he replied in a calm, deep voice. Her face heated. I wasn't. You were." She wanted to disappear into the metro seat. "What are you doing here?" she asked, mostly to distract from the fact that her pulse was behaving like a drumline competition. "I live in this city," he said, deadpan. She sighed. "I meant on this metro. Returning from a night shift." "Night shift?" He worked for some lab or research thing. Meera always avoided talking about it. "Meera didn't tell me you were back in town," Anya said. "She doesn't know." Anya blinked. That wasn't like him. "Why not?" He opened his mouth, then shut it. "Just temporary work. Nothing important." Well, that wasn't suspicious at all. The metro screeched to a stop. Anya stumbled again because her life was committed to embarrassing her, and once again his hand shot out, catching her. Warm. Always warm. She stared at him. He stared back. Something unspoken pulsed between them. Then he dropped her hand like it was illegal to hold it. Which, in a way, it was. For Meera had one golden rule. Stay away from my brother. He's complicated. And Anya, stupidly loyal, had listened. She stepped off the metro without looking back. What she didn't see was Reyan staring at his own hand, the one that had touched her, with an expression halfway between confusion and fear. "I saw your brother today," Anya announced as she barged into Meera's apartment later. Meera froze mid-bite into a samosa. "Whose brother?" Anya gave her a look. "Yours." Meera groaned. "What did he do now?" "He had saved me from falling twice." Meera dropped the samosa. "Twice?" No. "Stay away, Anya. I'm serious." Anya frowned. "Why?" "Because he's complicated. And you," Meera pointed a dramatic finger, "are the type who falls into complications face first." "Literally?" "Apparently." Anya folded her arms. "I'm not obsessed with your brother." Meera snorted so loudly, it offended the walls. "I'm not," Anya insisted. "Definitely," Meera said. "And I'm not addicted to samosas." She popped another one into her mouth. Anya opened her mouth to argue, but the doorbell rang. They weren't expecting anyone. Meera looked through the peephole and groaned. "Oh, for the love of Anya, hide." "What? Why?" "It's Reyan." Anya blinked. "Why do I have to hide?" "Because you look like someone who would blush just by breathing the same air as him." "I do not blush." She blushed. Meera pushed her toward the kitchen, whispering fiercely, "Do not act weird. Do not stare at him. Do not fall. He literally catches me." The door opened. Anya froze. Reyan stood in the doorway, looking unfairly good in a plain black shirt. His eyes found their way to Anya in no time. "Hello?" he said softly. Anya swallowed. "Hi." Meera groaned into her hands. The air grew thick with discomfort in the room. Then Reyan stepped closer, and Anya felt the warmth radiating from him again. It wasn't normal. People were never supposed to feel like walking heaters. Something flickered in his eyes. Recognition? Worry? Anya, he said softly. You are. All right? Why wouldn't I be? You seemed off on the metro. That caught her completely off guard. You remembered that? He looked away. I noticed things. Anya's heart did gymnastics. Meera cut in. All right, Romeo and Juliet. Stop. Reyan, kitchen. Anya, sit. But Anya didn't sit. Because Reyan brushed his hand against hers as he walked past. And the warmth was more intense than before, almost as though her skin recognized him. She couldn't sleep that night. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw Reyan's face, and his hand, and felt that warmth again. She grabbed her laptop and began to Google ridiculous things. Why does anybody's hand is warm? Is warm a medical condition? Is it normal to feel electricity when a guy touches you? Signs you're in a forbidden crush situation. Google was useless. Her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. Unknown. Don't go out alone for the next few days. Please. R. Her heart flipped. Reyan. Why would he? Before she could answer, her phone buzzed again. Unknown. And keep your windows locked. What? She rang him straight away. He answered on the first ring. Why are you texting me creepy warnings like you're in a horror movie? She demanded. Anya, he said, voice low, tense. Just listen. Don't go out alone. And if anyone strange approaches you, call me. What's going on? Silence. Then, I can't tell you. That's not an answer. He exhaled. It's complicated. She rolled her eyes. You and your sister are obsessed with that word. Anya. Fine. At least tell me why your hand is always so warm. Silence again. Different from the last one. Anya. Have you two noticed it? He asked softly. Her breath caught. Yes, she whispered. His voice dropped lower. It's not normal. I know. You should stay away from me. Her chest tightened. Why? It's safer. For who? Me? For both of us. She heard the struggle in his tone. The exertion. As if he wanted to say something else altogether. Almost perhaps. Stay. Don't go. I feel it too. But instead, he just hung up. The next evening, Anya returned to her apartment and froze. Her door was open a crack. Her living room light was on. She had definitely switched it off before leaving. She took a step inside, her heartbeat racing. Everything looked normal, except one thing. Her laptop was open, and on the screen was but one document headlined. Project Warmth, Subject R27. She stared at it, confused. What was? Then she read the first line. Subject R27 has an irregular body temperature and accelerated reaction speed. Her stomach dropped. R27. R. Reyan? His first name abbreviation. And he always caught her. Always warm. Always fast. Always watching. She clicked the next line. Subject escaped. High value. Retrieve alive. Approach with caution. Her hands trembled. What was this? Some prank? A sick joke? A nightmare? Her phone buzzed, and she jumped. A message from Reyan. Get out of your apartment. Now. Anya snatched her bag and ran. As she emerged out, she almost collided with a dark figure standing near the stairs. The man looked up, and she froze. His face was partially covered, yet she could make out a scar near his eye. He took a step closer to her. She took a step back. He dived. A hand shot out, pulling her sharply behind. Reyan. His eyes were fierce, darker than she'd ever seen. Run, he said. Anya didn't argue. But as they ran down the stairs, she felt it again. His hand. Hot. Smoldering. Almost. Glowing from within. Not normal. Not human. But she did not let go. And neither did he. Reyan dragged her into a quiet alley, chest heaving. What was that? Who was he? Anya cried. Reyan didn't reply. Instead, He cupped her face gently, searching for injuries. His touch, his warmth. It wasn't comforting anymore. It was terrifying. And addictive. Anya, he breathed, forehead nearly touching hers. I told you to stay away. And I told you to explain, she shouted. Reyan stepped back, his face agonized. I'm not normal. Clearly. Anya. I found the file, she said quietly. His entire body went still. Project Warmth. Subject R27. His jaw flexed. You weren't supposed to see that. Reyan. What are you? His voice cracked. Broken. That hurt her more than anything. No, she whispered, stepping closer. You're not. You don't understand. I was part of an experiment, one that never should have existed. They modified my biology, increased my reflexes, manipulated my body temperature. They turned me into something else. Her heart pounded. And you escaped, she whispered. Yes. And now they want you back. He nodded. And that man? One of them. She swallowed. Why did he come after me? Reyan looked away. Anya, they know. Know what? That you're important to me. Her breath hitched. Important? At last, he met her eyes storm grey, vulnerable. I tried to stay away, he whispered. For years. Because you're Meera's friend. Because I'm not safe. Because I'm not normal. But every time I see you, touch you. His hands were trembling as he took hers gently. This warmth intensifies. It spirals out of control. You make it worse. I don't understand, she whispered. You're the reason, he said quietly, voice trembling. Subject R27's instability trigger is emotional attachment. I didn't know who I'd react to. Until you. Anya stared. I affect you, she whispered. Yes. Your warmth is. Because of me? Yes. And you're telling me this now? Reyan looked tormented. I was trying to protect you. She came closer. You said I'm important to you. I shouldn't feel this way. But you do. He didn't refute it. The air between them seemed to crackle, warm and electric. Taboo. Anya, he whispered, I'm not supposed to want you. Then stop. I can't. She didn't know who leaned in first. Maybe both. Their lips grazed together. Soft, tentative, burning. Then a voice shouted from the street. Anya. They jumped apart. There she stood, appalled, clutching a grocery bag like a weapon. Oh hell no, she said. You? And my brother? Meera screamed while the three of them sat in her apartment. Anya looked at the floor. Reyan looked at the ceiling. Both were avoiding her death glare. Meera pointed at Anya. You said you didn't like him. I said I wasn't obsessed. Anya corrected. Reyan muttered, she should be obs. Meera threw a pillow at him. You, shut up. You, she pointed to Anya. Also shut up. Both of you. Silent. Anya and Reyan sat like school children. After pacing dramatically for a minute, Meera exhaled. I knew something was weird when Reyan started acting like a human air conditioner on reverse mode. Meera, Reyan groaned. I'm not done, she snapped. Also, experiment? Men chasing you? Modified biology? Reyan, you couldn't tell your own sister? Reyan opened his mouth. Anya whispered. He didn't tell me either. Meera turned to her. Why would he tell you? Reyan muttered. Because she's the instability trigger. Meera froze. Oh, she said softly. That explains everything. Then she stopped. Meera, Anya shouted. What? He's my brother. This is trauma. Anya groaned into her hands. Reyan buried his face in the couch. After a long silence, Meera sighed. Fine. I'll help. Anya looked up. Really? Her voice softened. If he likes you, and you like him, then okay. I'm not ruining your love story. But you both owe me unlimited samosas for the rest of my life. Reyan smiled faintly. Deal. Anya nodded. Deal. Meera clapped. Good. Now let's survive the mad scientists so you two can kiss later. They choked on air. The next few days were tense. Reyan kept Anya close. Meera remained awake. And Anya tried not to stare at Reyan's unknowingly attractive face all the time. Then one evening, on the way to a cafe, Anya felt somebody was following them. She turned. The scarred man. Again. Before she could scream, Reyan moved so fast, too fast, positioning himself in front of her. "Let her go," the man growled. "You're not touching her," Reyan said, his voice quiet and deadly. "You're unstable, R27. "Maybe," Reyan said. "But I'm not alone." Meera showed up behind the man, brandishing a skillet like it was a weapon. "You picked the wrong girl, Uncle Scar," she shouted. The man snarled and lunged. But then Reyan caught Anya's hand. And something happened. Heat surged, brighter, stronger, almost glowing between their palms. Reyan's eyes went wide. "Anya," he whispered back, "don't let go." Her hand clutched onto his. A blast of heat shot out and knocked the man back. He had hit the ground, unconscious. Anya stared at her trembling hand. "Did we just superhero pinch him?" she asked. Reyan breathed hard. "It's our connection. You stabilize me. And when we touch, my abilities amplify," Meera muttered. "Wow. Romantic and radioactive." "Nice." Anya laughed breathlessly. Then Reyan turned to her. "You okay?" She nodded. "You?" He breathed out. "As long as you're here." The police came. The man was taken. The experiment files were destroyed. Reyan was finally free. He could choose his life for the first time in years. And he chose her. 1 month later, Anya sat at Meera's dining table while Meera examined her like a suspicious auntie. "So," Meera asked, "you and my brother are officially dating?" Anya nodded shyly. Meera sighed theatrically. "Fine. But just remember, if he hurts you." Reyan walked in. "She'll fry me in a pan." "I know. You remind me daily." Anya laughed. Reyan walked over to her, catching her hands softly. The warmth flared. "Soft. Steady. Safe. Still warm," she whispered. He smiled. "Only for you." She blushed. Meera groaned. "Disgusting couple. I'm leaving." Anya leaned her head on Reyan's shoulder. He kissed the top of her head. In that moment, simple, quiet, and warm, Anya suddenly knew. What had begun as a forbidden crush had become the safest love she'd ever known. And Reyan? Finally, he found something stronger than fear, stronger than experiments, stronger than fate. He found her.